If it were about science, it would be led by scientists rather than by politicians and a mentally ill Swedish child who is being exploited by her parents and by the international left.
How dare you.
Welcome back to InformOverload. We do the news, we spill the tea, we eat potatoes, and keep you informed about the biggest viral news stories that are currently trending. I'm Charlotte, nice to meet you, and if you're not new, hey, I appreciate you checking out another video. You cute AF, boo. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss one of our vids, and follow the IO team on social media. So if you've been on social media in the last day or so, you've probably seen that 16-year-old climate change activist Greta Thunberg is trending like crazy. And that is because she basically tore into every world leader at the UN Climate Change Summit for failing to do anything to combat the very real, scientific problem of climate change. She also accused world leaders of stealing her dreams and her childhood with their empty words. It was exactly the kind of speech many people needed to hear. Greta was also hailed on Twitter for glaring at Trump backstage at the UN. Check out this screenshot. Donald Trump made headlines for showing up to the climate change summit, stayed for about 15 minutes, and left. He wasn't initially supposed to attend the summit, it wasn't on his schedule for the day. Greta Thunberg's impassioned address to world leaders yesterday sent shockwaves through the world, but it also drew many critics who went too far. Fox News has been forced to apologize after Michael Knowles called 16-year-old climate change activist Greta Thunberg a quote, mentally ill Swedish child after being exploited by her parents and the international left. Greta Thunberg is, I will say again, 16 years old, and she's also very open-minded about living with Asperger's syndrome. Yeah, that's awkward. Viewers watching at the time were shocked and appalled by Michael Knowles' remarks about Greta Thunberg. Fox News anchor Harris Faulkner let liberal radio host Christopher Hahn tear into Knowles by saying, "You're a grown man and you're attacking a child. Shame on you." Fox News apologized publicly to Thunberg by saying, I quote, "The comment made by Michael Knowles, who was a guest on the story tonight, was disgraceful. We apologize to Greta Thunberg and to our viewers." Fox News also said that they have no plans to book Michael Knowles as a guest host again. Knowles of the Daily Wire backed up his statements with this tweet. Her mother wrote a book about her mental issues. There's nothing shameful about living with mental disorders. What is shameful is exploiting a child, particularly a child with mental disorders, to advance your political agenda. People on Twitter were quick to point out that using children to support political agendas is something both sides do. Here's a screenshot. Right-wingers, Greta Thunberg is obviously a pawn of adults exploiting her youth for politics. How else do kids come to believe this crazy stuff? Also right-wingers, catching up with Trump's youngest fan. True. I will also point out that autism isn't a mental illness. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder. Why do you stick that in your pipe and smoke it? Greta Thunberg is very open about living with autism, and she actually believes it's more of a superpower than a curse. She said on Facebook in January, "Some people mock me for my diagnosis, but Asperger's is not a disease, it is a gift. People also say that since I have Asperger, I couldn't possibly have put myself in this position. But that's exactly why I did this, because if I would have been normal and social, I would have an organization or started an organization by myself. But since I'm not good at socializing, I did this instead. I was so frustrated that nothing was being done about the climate crisis, and I felt like I had to do something. Anything." Fox News didn't apologize for other remarks made by Fox News host Laura Ingraham, who played a clip of Thunberg's speech and compared it to Stephen King's Children of the Corn, saying, "I can't wait for Stephen King's sequel, Children of the Climate." Tell me your thoughts on this one down there in the comments. I know you probably have a lot of them because I'm well aware we have a lot of viewers who either live with autism or know someone close to them with autism. And if you haven't seen Greta Thunberg's speech, I highly recommend you check it out. It gave me chills. Definitely a good watch. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this video with some comment features. Yellow Jello said, "Charlotte is probably my favorite person on IO." Well, Yellow Jello is probably my least favorite type of Jello. Just kidding, all Jello pretty much tastes the same. Gotcha Queen said, "I can't believe people actually dislike these vids." I know, right? Like, what is there to dislike? Burtis Van Heerden said, "Who lives in a potato under the sea? Charlotte Square Pants." Hey, my pants are not square. They're very tight, but not square. That is it for me, and thanks for watching. Click this playlist to keep watching, and I'm gonna see you in a future IO video.